Have you ever picked up an old Jefferson nickel from your pocket, coin jar, or family collection and wondered if it could be worth far more than just 5 cents? Most people never give these small coins a second look, yet collectors know that some ordinary-looking 1980 Jefferson nickels have sold for impressive amounts because of their condition, mint mark, or rare minting errors. Before you spend another nickel, stay with me until the end because one small detail could make the difference between a common coin and one that collectors are willing to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars to own. Welcome back to USAX Coin. Today we're taking a close look at the 1980 United States Jefferson nickel, one of the most overlooked coins from the modern era. While millions were made and most are still worth only face value, there are special examples that continue to surprise collectors at auctions across the United States. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag and features President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his historic home, Monticello, on the back. By 1980, this design had already been in circulation for more than 40 years and had become one of the most familiar coins in America. The 1980 Jefferson nickel weighs exactly 5 grams and is made from an alloy containing 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters with a plain edge instead of a reeded edge. These specifications are important because any noticeable difference in weight or size could indicate a mint error or an altered coin, so if you have a digital coin scale, it's always worth checking. During 1980, Jefferson nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint for circulation. Proof coins were also produced at the San Francisco Mint for collectors. If your coin has no mint mark, it was struck at Philadelphia. If it has a small D to the right of Jefferson's portrait near the date, it was struck at Denver. Proof coins from San Francisco carry the S mint mark and were never intended for circulation, although some eventually entered everyday use. The Philadelphia Mint produced well over 460 million nickels in 1980, while the Denver Mint struck more than 295 million. Because of these large mintages, most circulated examples remain common today. However, rarity isn't determined by mintage alone. Preservation, eye appeal, and mint errors can make a tremendous difference in value. Let's begin with a normal circulated 1980 Philadelphia nickel in fine condition. Fine condition means the coin has seen regular circulation but still retains clear details. Jefferson's hair will show noticeable wear, yet the portrait remains strong. On the reverse, Monticello should still be clearly visible, although many of the finer architectural details may be worn smooth. A typical 1980 Philadelphia nickel in fine condition usually sells for between 5 and 25 cents. Coins in very fine condition may bring 25 to 50 cents. Extremely fine examples often sell for around $1, while about uncirculated coins can reach $2 to $5 depending on eye appeal. The 1980 D Jefferson nickel follows a similar pattern. Most circulated examples are common and usually worth 5 to 50 cents. However, coins with strong strikes, attractive surfaces, and fewer contact marks can sell for several dollars, especially if they have original mint luster remaining. Now this is where things become exciting. Every experienced collector knows that mint errors often create the biggest opportunities. Even a common date can become highly valuable if it left the mint with a significant error. One of the most popular errors is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank planchet isn't properly centered during striking. Part of the design is missing while the remaining design appears shifted. If the date remains completely visible and the coin is struck 30 to 50% off-center, collectors often pay between $100 and $400 depending on the strength of the error and the condition. Another valuable error is the clipped planchet. Before the coin was struck, the blank was incorrectly punched from the metal strip, leaving a curved section missing from the finished coin. Genuine clipped planchets display specific characteristics that experts recognize immediately. In fine circulated condition, authentic examples commonly sell for $50 to $200, while dramatic clips may bring even higher prices. Collectors also search carefully for die cracks. These appear as raised lines caused by cracks in the coin die itself. Small die cracks usually add only a modest premium, but large and dramatic examples are highly collectible. Values range from $20 to well over $100 depending on size and visibility. Double strikes are even more exciting. These happen when a coin is struck more than once without being properly ejected from the press. Some double-struck nickels show overlapping images that are immediately noticeable. Strong examples have sold for several $100s, and exceptional pieces can exceed $1,000 at major auctions. Another important variety involves struck-through errors. During the minting process, grease, cloth fibers, or another foreign object may become trapped between the die and the coin blank. This creates missing details or unusual patterns that collectors find fascinating. Minor struck-through errors often sell between $50 and $150, while spectacular examples may bring much more. Many beginners confuse machine doubling with true double dies. Machine doubling is common and usually adds little or no value. A genuine double die, however, results from the die itself carrying doubled design elements. If authenticated, a strong double die variety can command substantial premiums from specialists. Whenever you examine a 1980 Jefferson nickel, use a magnifying glass with at least 10 power magnification. Rotate the coin slowly under bright lighting and inspect the date, the word Liberty, the motto "In God We Trust," Jefferson's eye, hair, and Monticello on the reverse. Tiny details often determine whether a coin is ordinary or collectible. One mistake many new collectors make is cleaning their coins. They believe shiny coins are more valuable, but the opposite is usually true. Cleaning scratches the surface and removes the original mint finish that collectors prefer. Even a rare nickel can lose much of its value after improper cleaning. If you believe you found an unusual coin, leave it exactly as it is. Storage is equally important. Keep valuable coins in protective holders or non-PVC flips to prevent further wear. Moisture and fingerprints can damage surfaces over time, reducing both eye appeal and market value. Now let's talk about realistic auction prices. A normal 1980 or 1980D Jefferson nickel in fine circulated condition generally sells for 5 cents to 50 cents. Attractive extremely fine examples may sell for $1 to $5. Brilliant uncirculated coins with strong grades often bring $20 to $100. Certified high-grade examples with exceptional quality have sold for several $100s, while rare top population pieces have realized auction prices reaching into the thousands of dollars. Error coins tell a different story. Authentic off-center strikes, clipped planchets, double dies, dramatic die breaks, and double strikes regularly sell from $50 to several $100s. The rarest and most dramatic examples can exceed $1. The biggest lesson is this: never judge a coin by its face value alone. A 5-cent coin may seem insignificant, but history has shown that careful collectors who pay attention to details often make the most exciting discoveries. Every year people find valuable Jefferson nickels in old collections, inherited coin albums, bank rolls, and even everyday pocket change. So before you spend your next 1980 Jefferson nickel, take a few moments to inspect it carefully. Look for the mint mark, check the condition, search for unusual errors, and compare it with trusted references. That simple habit could lead to an unexpected treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more valuable United States coins hiding in circulation, make sure to like this video, subscribe to USAX Coin, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next coin hunt. And before you go, tell me in the comments.